We will now start with lesson 5, Quel temps fait-il? In this chapter, we will learn about weather conditions, certain expressions with the verb faire and certain expressions with the verb avoir, and we will learn two new types of verbs. One is acheter, to buy, and cer ending verbs. So we will first start with verbs. We will look at the conjugation of acheter, to buy. Now this is your regular er ending verb. There is no change in conjugation, but when you conjugate it, there is a slight change. So if you notice, in the infinitive there is no accent, but when we conjugate it, the first e will have a grave accent. So let us look at the conjugation. Conjugation will be like the regular er ending verbs. Now the first e will have a grave accent except for nu and vu. So remember, your marks are only for this grave accent in the exam. If you forget to put it, you will lose marks. So this is a grave accent. This is what we have to do. If you do this, it is wrong. So the pronunciation will be j'achète, tu achètes, il achète, elle achète, nous achetons, vous achetez, ils achètent, elles achètent. So remember, the first e will have the grave accent, even though the infinitive there is no accent except for nu and vu. The three more verbs in the textbook which they have given you, which are conjugated like acheter, are geler, to freeze, peler, to peel, and racheter, to buy back. So when you conjugate these three verbs, the first e will have the grave accent except for nu and vu. We will now look at cer ending verbs. These are conjugated just like your regular er ending verbs, but there is a slight difference in the nu conjugation. So let us take the verb lancer, to launch. In the textbook, they have conjugated commencer, to begin. I'll explain that once we look at this conjugation. So we will conjugate it like your regular er ending verb. In the nu form, this C becomes C sedi. This is the only difference. Otherwise, it's just like your regular er ending verbs, and in the exam, they will always ask you the nu form because it is slightly different. So if you forget to put this sedi accent under C, then you will get it wrong. So your pronunciation will be je lance, tu lance, il lance, elle lance, nous lançons, vous lancez, il lance, elle lance. So please remember, in your CER ending verbs, in the nu form, the C will take a accent, C sedi. All the conjugation is just like your regular ER ending verbs, and in the exam, they will always ask you the nu form because it is slightly different. If we look at the conjugation of commencer which is given in the textbook, so see, they have done C sedi for the nu form, C sedi ONS. Then in the textbook, they have given you the conjugation of the verb faire, which means to do or to make. It is an irregular verb and there is no shortcut, but you have to memorize the conjugation. I will teach you the pronunciation now. Je fais, tu fais, il fait, elle fait, nous faisons, vous faites, ils font, elles font. So remember, even though this is RE ending, it does not follow the rule. It is an irregular verb and you have to memorize the conjugation. We will now look at certain expressions with the verb faire. Now we just studied that faire means to do or to make. Now remember, in French, weather conditions are always described with the verb faire. In English, we will say it is day, it is windy, it is night, it is a beautiful day. So is essentially your verb être in French, but in French, the weather conditions are always described with the verb faire. And then there are certain expressions which come with the verb faire. So elle fait son travail, she does her work. Elle fait de la natation. He does swimming. Elle fait la cuisine. She does cooking. Elle fait une promenade is essentially she takes a walk. Elle fait une sieste. She takes a nap. Ils font a picnic. They do a picnic. Now they have given you certain weather conditions. So the expressions that refer to weather, to feel cold, to feel warm, are always conjugated with il, third person singular. So il fait jour means it is day. So if you write like this in the exam, il est jour with the verb être, this is wrong. You'll have to do it with the verb faire. This is the correct way. Il fait chaud, it is hot. Il fait froid, it is cold. Il fait nuit, it is night. And then how do you ask how is the weather in French? To ask about the weather, we use comment fait-il in French, which translates as how is the weather. So please remember this expression, comment fait-il. This means how is the weather in French. Then on the next chapter, they've given you certain expressions with the verb avoir. The one with age we have already done. So remember, age is always conjugated with the verb avoir. So we've always learned that how do we say my age is 10 years or 11 years? J'ai 10 ans, j'ai 11 ans. We don't say je suis, I am. In English it is like that, but in French it is with the verb avoir. So j'ai chaud means I am feeling warm. J'ai chaud. You will not do it with être. You will do it with the verb avoir. J'ai froid. I am cold. J'ai faim. I am hungry. J'ai soif. I am thirsty. J'ai 11 ans. I am 11 years. So see, age is with the verb avoir. J'ai peur. I am scared. J'ai sommeil. I am sleepy. J'ai tort. I am wrong. J'ai raison. I am right. So all of this, when we do translate in English, we say I am, which is être, but in French all these will come with avoir, to have, and you will accordingly conjugate the verb. So for example, if you want to say he is right, so you will write il, the conjugation of the verb avoir with il a raison. If you want to say she is thirsty, so elle a soif. So these expressions you need to memorize. J'ai envie de, the entire expression means I want. J'ai envie de, the entire expression means I want. And j'ai de la, I am lucky. This entire expression means I am lucky. Given you the note. The verb avoir should be conjugated according to the pronoun. Nous avons raison means we are right. So if you are writing nous, you will conjugate the verb avoir corresponding to nous. Vous avez peur, we are scared. So if you quel temps fait-il? How is the weather? Il y a 4 saisons dans une année. There are 4 seasons in a year. L'été, which is summer. En été, il fait chaud. Le soleil brille. Le ciel est clair. Les gens portent des vêtements en coton. On mange des fruits comme la pastèque, la mangue, le melon, etc. In summer, it is hot. The sun shines. The sky is clear. The people wear cotton clothes. We eat some fruits like watermelon, mango, melon, etc. L'hiver. En hiver, il fait froid. Il neige. Les gens portent des vêtements en laine. On mange des fruits comme les raisins, la pomme, etc. In winter, it is cold. It snows. The people wear woolen clothes. We eat some fruits like grapes, apple, etc. L'automne. En automne, il pleut, il fait du vent, les feuilles tombent, les gens portent un imperméable et on prend un parapluie, le ciel est gris. In autumn, it rains, it is windy. So now see the weather condition, it is windy, il fait du vent. It is conjugated with the verb faire. The leaves fall, people wear a raincoat and take an umbrella, the sky is grey. Le printemps, the spring. Au printemps, il fait beau, le ciel est clair et bleu, les oiseaux chantent, le vent est douce, les enfants jouent dans le jardin, c'est amusant. In spring, it is beautiful, the sky is clear and blue, the birds sing, the wind is gentle, the children play in the park, it is fun. Now, if you notice in the book, they have given you, when you are describing in summer, in winter, in autumn, in spring, there is a preposition which has been used. So, for summer, winter and autumn, they have written the preposition en, whereas for printemps, spring, they have written the preposition o. So, for example, this is in summer, in winter, in autumn, but to say in spring, we use the preposition o. This is because summer, winter and autumn start with a vowel. So, we use the preposition en, and spring, printemps doesn't start with the vowel. So, we use the preposition o. This is the only logic, and the information that they've given you related to the seasons, describing the seasons, you have to memorize it. It is important from your culture and civilization point of view. We will now look at the comprehension questions. So, the first question is, quel temps fait-il en automne? How is the weather in autumn? So, you will write these first two lines. En automne, il pleut, il fait du vent. In autumn, it rains, it is windy. The second question is, qu'est-ce que mangions nous en été? What is it that we eat in summer? So, you will write this line. Nous mangions des fruits comme la pastèque, la mangue, la melon, etc. The third question is, que portent les gens en hiver? What do the people wear in winter? So, your answer is they wear woolen clothes. So, les gens portent des vêtements en laine en hiver. Or, you can start your answer with en hiver also. In winter, en hiver, les gens portent des vêtements en laine. Quel temps fait-il en printemps? How is the weather in printemps? So, you will write au printemps, il fait beau. It is beautiful. Le ciel est clair et bleu. The sky is clear and blue. Then this vrai and faux. Il fait froid au printemps. It is cold in spring, so it is faux. On mange la pastèque en hiver. Faux, because we eat watermelon in summer. En hiver, il neige. In winter, it snows. Vrai. Les feuilles tombent en automne. The leaves fall in autumn. Vrai. Il y a trois saisons dans une année. There are 3 seasons in a year. Faux, because there are 4 seasons. And the last question is, il y a combien de saisons dans une année? Nommez-les. There are how many seasons in a year? Name them. So, you will start your answer. Il y a 4 saisons dans une année. These are, ce sont, l'été, l'hiver, l'automne et le printemps. Now, remember your days of the week, months of the year and your seasons, they are all masculine in French. So, if you have to use a definite article, you will use le, or if the season is starting with a vowel, L apostrophe. We will now look at certain exercises. So, the first exercise is, you have to identify the seasons which they have given and describe them. So, they have given you pictures. Now, looking at the picture, you have to identify. So, the first picture is summer season, second one is winter, third one is autumn, and fourth one is spring. So then you have to write the information on these seasons based on the comprehension that we just did. You just have to copy the information. The next one is they've asked you to conjugate the verbs. So we've done the verbs ashiter, commencer, faire. These three verbs only they have given. So the first one is with the subject pronoun je. So with ashiter you will conjugate it like this. Don't forget to put this grave accent, otherwise your answer is wrong. The next one is they've asked you to conjugate commencer and with le cour. So le cour, if we replace it with a pronoun, it is il. So your answer will be. Next one is il and the subject pronoun and the verb they've given you is faire. So your answer will be fait. Next one is again commencer and they've given you the subject pronoun nous. So your answer will be commençons. So don't forget to put the accent under C, si se di. Otherwise your answer will be wrong. Next one is the conjugation of the verb faire, les femmes. So if you replace it with a pronoun, it becomes ELLES. So your answer will be font. Next is acheter and they've given you the subject pronoun il, ILS. So your answer will be achète. Again, don't forget to put the grave accent. Next is the verb faire and you have to conjugate it with vous. So your answer will be faites. Then you just have to, the fourth exercise is remplissez les blancs avec les expressions the faire. So you just have to fill in the blanks with the expressions faire. So nous allons au jardin, we go to the garden. So you can do nous faisons un picnic, we do a picnic, or you can do nous faisons une promenade. Both options are correct. Je porte un pullover, I wear a pullover because it is cold. So il fait froid. In autumn, il fait du vent, it is windy. Ma mère fait la cuisine, or you can do ma mère fait une promenade. Any of the expressions with verb faire can go in here. Tu vas à la piscine, you go to the pool. Tu fais de la natation, you do some swimming. So this finishes our lesson 5. Thank you.